Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today you're getting your very first daily dose of dead. Now, right off the bat, if you're watching this and you only want to know about the new TV show, you're a zombie fan, and it's like Game of Thrones mixed with The Walking Dead, and it is pretty freaking epic, skip a few minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to do an introduction for those interested in what's going on with the channel. Alright, so the channel. There's been a lot of things going on. I'll give you the short version. I'll probably do a follow-up video showing you guys the behind-the-scenes stats and stuff like this. But, you know, 2018 was a bit rocky. There was a lot of problems with just with everything behind the scenes. The main issue is we're seeing something weird with subscribers not getting notifications for the videos. When that happens, it creates a huge problem because a good chunk of the audience just isn't watching it. My breaking point was today someone messaged me. Now keep in mind, more and more I'm getting people saying I'm not getting notifications for your videos. I know some of you probably are. There's a good amount that definitely are. I know some people that say the same thing, and I'm like, I get your videos in my subscription feed all the time without miss, but there's still a big chunk that don't. And my breaking point today was someone was like, man, Ronnie, I can't wait till you come back. It's been months. And I'm like, what do you mean? I try to do video every day, at least 5 times a week. And they looked and they were like, bro, I haven't gotten anything from you in months and I'm still subscribed to you. It's not like I was unsubscribed and I was like, oh my God, this is getting ridiculous. So I was looking at my stats, and even my stats, something is wrong. Normally when a channel gets going, the majority of people that watch your channel are subscribers, so you can actually watch it in the stats. And it's consistent on my channel for years. Something happens in 2018 and it's spilling over into now. Almost no one who's a subscriber is watching the channel. And I know there's subscribers watching the channel, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, for all the years, it's a big column. Subscribers watching, subscribers watching. It's usually subscribers. And if for some reason in 2018 and 2019, it just plummets. And it's like, yeah, your subscribers, they're subscribed. People keep subscribing, but only like a tiny percent are watching. I don't know what YouTube is doing. More and more I see creators complaining about it. And it hits hard, man. When you get going and you're like, yeah, I'll do the YouTube channel full time because obviously if you want more content, you need to put more attention into the channel. But you can't go full time if you try to go at it and then people aren't watching. You know what I mean? I'm fine if it's like, Ronnie, you're just fucking up. I would actually prefer that. I can control that. I'll do a line of coke off a hooker. I'll be right back. I'll get you to love me again. You know what I mean? I'm good on that. However, when it's something out of my control, I don't know what to do. This is scary as shit. I love the channel. I want it to succeed. I don't want to have to. It doesn't matter. But so we're going to do a little test. Somebody brought it up. I've been discussing this for a little bit. We're going to do daily dose of dead. Now, since we're big fans of The Walking Dead, but also the zombie genre, movie monsters and stuff like that, we are going to cover something, anything, something that's new. We're going to discuss it, even if it's 10 seconds or 10 minutes, at least once a day, every single day. Now, if you get a video that's a Walking Dead video, for example, Sundays, our live stream every Sunday focused on The Walking Dead mainly, that will be your dose of dead. If I do a gameplay that's Fortnite because I say fuck it and I just do that to piss most of you off, I'll do a daily dose of dead, or at least I'll try to the best of my ability. That's the thing. We're going to have these daily doses of dead and we're going to rock out for a week. If it works, we'll do it 2 weeks. If it works, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And a no, it's not going to come in place of the deeper intos or any of the more polished videos. And I think maybe I need to correct that. I know someone just asked me yesterday, how come we're not getting the polished videos, every other day or something like I've been talking about. I don't know how I reworded that in the past so wrong, but the polished videos like that are not coming, anytime soon to that extent. Like there's no way I can pump them out that fast. There's just no way. And this is part of it, having consistent content that's going to kick the algorithm back in gear so we can actually get people jumping in again, and then we can get some stability, and then we can plant. Like, this is all a part of it. The map gaming, I know it's a slow start, but I feel like we're doing damn good in 2019. There's been a flood of content. We're talking on the companion channel. We're talking even with the comic, I did have to take a lot of time with the comic. I couldn't do the death predictions for The Walking Dead yet. I'm almost done with the editing. I had to break away today and get more orders shipped. I got orders filled on the table, on this table, all separate orders ready to roll out. So just bear with me. Like I said, the first couple weeks in February, we'll have a tiny little stack of the last remaining orders, and we'll be able to reach out and let you guys know it's coming. We're just waiting for this or this or this. So I think that's pretty much it. This is going to be our first Daily Dose of Dead, and we're going to talk about a zombie show that I wasn't going to watch. A Matt member, Maria, contacted me and said, hey, did you watch The Kingdom yet on Netflix? And I said, no, they ripped off my title. What do I want to watch them for? Everyone's making these zombie things, and it's like Diary of the Dead, The Walking Dead, Dead Walkers, Army of the Dead, Dead Aunt, Dead this, Dead that, Dead Diarrhea. Everyone's doing the generic zombie title. So I thought, you know, it'd be pretty cool since we have this area that one of the characters talks about that's been hit by this virus, and you know, you have the world going on around it, and the middle is the Doomsday area, and they call it the Doomsday Kingdom. I was like, that's a cool title, Doomsday Kingdom. It's unique. It doesn't have dead in it. And then they say, oh, we're coming out with a zombie show called The Kingdom, or Kingdom, whatever. So I got a little bit pissed. I'm joking, but seriously, Maria said, check it out. And then she said something that it almost broke our friendship. She said it's better than Train to Busan. I almost snapped on her. I had to cool my rage and count to 10. That's blasphemy. However, I did watch it, and although the very first episode I was bored out of my mind in a good way, because I'm going back to rewatch it. It was the same feeling I had when I watched Game of Thrones for the first time, the first season. Even though I had interesting parts here and there, I was kind of lost with who is this guy? He doesn't seem like the main character. Why do I care about him? He kind of seems like a little shit, or this and this. So I'm definitely going back and rewatching it. I've only watched a few episodes so far. There's only 6 episodes in the season, and I'm thrilled already because, and we will be discussing this more. We're going to be breaking down a couple of the episodes and doing spoiler reviews because it's that good. It's worth a watch. But I'm watching the first episode. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. There was something about it. Plus, I was filling orders and working. However, it gets to the second episode and it starts drawing me in, man. It starts pulling me in more and more. I keep pausing it so that way I can, because I'm working, and then that way I can go back to it when I went to make the cat food, or I went to go pick up my daughter from school or something. So I'm driving, watching. You know how it is. I'm kidding. I'm waiting in line to pick her up. So more and more, I'm holding off to do things where I can give it more attention because it's really starting to get good. By the third episode, I knew it. It hit me like a ton of bricks. There's one moment, and I was like, holy shit, this is a period piece blending Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead. And I was like, this is, damn, it's good. And if you're worried, because it is a Korean film, if you don't like Koreans, or the Korean language, I should say, Glenn would be pissed. Wait, is he Chinese? It doesn't. Whatever. First off, they have an audio dub with an English dub. I first watched it with an English dub because, again, I was doing stuff, and the voice actors did a really good job. There's one moment, if you watch it in the native tongue, which I do recommend also, I switched it on to the native tongue, and then I put on the English subtitles, and they do a really good job, especially for the emotional things. I don't know. I used to hate subtitles, but now I'm starting to really like hearing the authentic language to some of these movies and shows. I don't know, maybe I'm getting weird in my old age, but there's a moment where, I won't spoil it, and there's no spoiler, but I'm just saying there's a lot of younger girls from a poor village, and somebody is just feeding them, being real nice, giving them a lot of food. If you're watching it in the native tongue, please just turn on the English dub for that one scene, because it is ridiculous. It is like a silly-ass, old-ass video game. It's Resident Evil turned up to 10. It is over-the-top ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, just watch that one in the English language if you were watching it in the native tongue. It has a really cool concept that I do like. It has the one difference with these type of zombies. It's kind of like a vampire in a way. They don't come out in the sun. Now, I know that might seem familiar because I talked about in our comic Doomsday Kingdom, the zombies will gravitate towards the colder places. They won't just sit in the middle of a hot street where the sun's beating down on them and rot. They will actually gravitate towards those cold, damp places. I love that because it's like a ghost town, and then when, you know, people go to scavenge, all those little nooks and crannies, and then in the shade with the woods and all that, as you're walking on a hot road, you see all these zombies in the woods. I love the idea, but in this one, they play around with it in really cool ways because once the sun comes up, it's like they go back to being a dead body. They hibernate, so to speak, and then when the sun goes down, the zombies come up, and it makes for some really cool scenes where people are making a getaway. It's the daytime, they think they're safe, and then they notice there's a shitload of zombies hiding in like these nooks and cracks, and the sun's starting to go down, and it's like, oh shit, run, you know? Definitely worth a watch. If you're a zombie fan, if you like Game of Thrones, you like Resident Evil, man, listen, this is good. This is definitely good. I can't wait to finish it. It would have to do something terrible at the end for me to go, oh, all right, that's lame. And even if they do something that maybe isn't all that exciting for an ending, they're coming back with a season 2. And I will say, when we go over the episodes with our spoiler discussions, this is kind of like the setup. I want to continue talking about this show. I think they did a fantastic job with it. I'm showing some images, hopefully, as I'm talking about this. But when we talk about the individual episodes, I do feel like if they would have slowed down in a few scenes, I think, or a few moments, I think they could have benefited from maybe a 10-episode season, slowed it down some bit, and added a little more epic and legendary feel to some of these characters. I think we could have even gotten a little more to it. It's something that was a little more legendary, like the way Game of Thrones feels in some moments. So go watch it. It's The Kingdom on Netflix. I like it. I like it. It is a welcoming surprise. I honestly thought it was just going to be meh, because I heard about it before and I kind of was like, all right. But it's a lot better than I expected it was going to be. And I'm actually excited to finish it. I'm not going to be able to finish it anytime soon, but maybe in the middle of next week, I'll get a chance. What's with these notifications? Oh my God, I'm going to punch this computer. This is like the third time I'm telling the computer, stop giving me notifications that way. I don't want them. I don't know why you're doing it. All right, guys, thank you for coming by, and expect a lot more content. What can I say? And thoughts and opinions in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.